Okay, so I've always wondered about water aerobics classes.
Mm-hmm.
They always look so fun,
Yeah.
refreshing.
Yeah.
But are they really much of a workout? I mean, what do you think?
That's a great question, and it is something that a lot of people ask. Water does naturally provide resistance,
Right.
which is why it feels harder to move in a pool
Yeah,
than on land.
for sure.
But to really challenge your muscles and actually see results, sometimes you need that extra push. You know what I mean?
I know exactly. And that's what made me so interested in this IsoTone device.
Yeah.
I mean, apparently it's supposed to amp up the intensity of these water workouts.
Yeah, what's so fascinating about IsoTone is that it actually brings adjustable resistance to aquatic exercises.
Mm-hmm.
It's this portable waterproof device you can use for all sorts of movements.
Okay, so then what exactly IsoTone Aqua?
Imagine you're holding this sleek handheld device underwater,
Okay.
and as you move it, you feel resistance that automatically adjusts to how much effort you're putting in. It's like having a weight room in the pool, but without the actual weights.
Wait, hold on. It adjusts automatically.
Yeah.
How does that work?
It's actually pretty ingenious. IsoTone uses hydraulics to create resistance.
Uh-huh.
So basically it uses fluid pressure to make it harder to move the device.
Okay.
And because water itself is a fluid,
Right.
it just works seamlessly in the pool.
So it's not like those pneumatic resistance machines
Exactly.
you see at the gym.
You got it. It's not about air pressure.
Okay.
It's about fluid dynamics.
Gotcha.
And what's really neat is that the resistance is adjustable so you can tailor the intensity of your workout.
Mm-hmm.
So it's challenging and safe,
Wow.
which is pretty remarkable.
I can see why you were so excited to dive into this research.
Yeah.
So you're telling me with IsoTone, those gentle water aerobics moves could suddenly become like a serious strength training session.
Exactly. It totally changes the game when it comes to aquatic fitness.
Right.
And the research suggests it's not just about strength. The combo of water and resistance seems to have some really unique benefits.
Okay, I'm hooked. Tell me more. What kind of benefits are we talking about?
Well, one thing that the research really highlights is how water cools your muscles as you exercise.
Right.
Which means you could potentially work out for longer and at higher intensity
Okay.
without getting as tired as quickly.
Yeah, that makes sense. I've definitely noticed that I feel cooler and more comfortable when I exercise in the water.
Yeah.
How does IsoTone play into that?
It enhances the cooling effect. Think about it. When you work against resistance, you're increasing blood flow to your muscles, right?
Yeah.
That increased circulation helps get rid of heat more efficiently.
So it's not just like feeling cooler subjectively. It's like optimizing how your muscles work at like a physiological level.
Precisely. Isotone and water work together
Yeah.
to create this super efficient workout environment. It's like they were made for each other.
I never thought about it that way. This is getting interesting. So we've got this device that adds resistance to these water workouts.
Right.
And it makes the water cool you down more. What does that actually look like? I mean, what kind of exercises are we talking about?
The possibilities are pretty extensive, which makes Isotone so versatile.
Okay.
But let me paint you a picture. Imagine you're in the pool. You're holding Isotone in your hand.
All right.
You start doing bicep curls,
Okay.
just like you would with a dumbbell. But here's the catch-ra. The resistance gets stronger as you curl upward, forcing your biceps to work harder.
Whoa. You can almost feel that burn.
Right.
It's like the water is pushing back against you.
Yeah.
Making it more challenging. What about exercises for other muscle groups?
Well, for your core, there's an exercise called twist and pull.
Okay.
So you hold Isotone horizontally at chest level and twist your torso from side to side while pulling against the resistance.
Oh, wow.
It engages your obliques, your abs, and even helps improve your balance.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Especially for people who have trouble with traditional core exercises on land.
Exactly.
It seems like it would be a much gentler way to work those muscles.
Absolutely. And we're just scratching the surface.
Wow.
There are exercises for legs, chest, back, you name it. Isotone's adaptability is really impressive.
This is blowing my mind.
Yeah.
I had no idea that water workouts could be this diverse and challenging.
And that's just for general fitness.
Right.
What's really exciting is how Isotone can be used for specific people, like people in rehabilitation or older adults.
Okay, you've definitely piqued my curiosity.
Yeah.
Let's dive into those applications next.
So we've been talking about how Isotone can take a regular water workout and turn it into a serious strength training session.
Right.
But it's more than just that.
Yeah.
It could really change the game for rehabilitation too.
Okay, I'm all ears.
Yeah.
I can definitely see how water exercise would be good for people recovering from injuries. But how does Isotone specifically enhance that?
Well, think about someone recovering from knee surgery.
Okay.
Traditional exercises can be super painful and put a ton of stress on the joint, right?
Right.
But in water, buoyancy takes that pressure off,
Mm-hmm.
and it allows for a greater range of motion.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But how does IsoTone fit into that?
That's where the adjustable resistance comes in.
Okay.
It gives just the right amount of resistance to help strengthen those muscles around the knee without overdoing it on the joint itself.
So it's like a gentle but effective way to kind of rebuild strength and mobility.
Exactly. And as the person gets stronger, you just increase the resistance.
Okay.
So they can progress safely through their recovery.
Mm.
It's a really powerful tool for physical therapists.
That's fascinating. It's like IsoTone bridges that gap between like gentle water therapy and more intense exercises you do on land.
Uh-huh.
It's that perfect sweet spot where you can heal and still build strength.
You got it. And it's not just for post-surgery rehab either.
Right.
IsoTone can be really helpful for people with chronic conditions too.
Oh, okay.
Like arthritis.
Now that you mention it, I've heard water exercise can be great for people with arthritis.
Yeah.
Something about the buoyancy reducing stress on their joints.
Exactly. Water provides that support, and IsoTone adds another layer by strengthening the muscles that support those joints.
Okay.
Stronger muscles means less strain, which means less pain and better mobility.
So it sounds like IsoTone could make a real difference for someone living with arthritis. What would those exercises look like?
Imagine someone with arthritis in their hands.
Mm.
They could use IsoTone to do gentle squeezing exercises underwater.
Okay.
The resistance would help strengthen their grip, and the water would cushion their joints and prevent pain.
That's such a simple but effective application.
Yeah.
It really highlights how versatile this thing is.
Yeah.
Makes me think about older adults who might be dealing with mobility issues as they age.
Yeah.
Could IsoTone be helpful for them too?
Absolutely. As we age, maintaining strength and balance is so important for preventing falls and staying independent.
Right.
And IsoTone can play a key role in that.
I can already picture those core exercises we talked about, like the twist and pull being amazing for improving stability in older adults.
Exactly. And even simple exercises like leg lifts or arm raises become much more effective with IsoTone's resistance. Helps maintain muscle mass and bone density.
You know, I'm starting to get jealous of people with pools.
Haha.
This IsoTone device sounds like a dream come true.
Yeah.
For anyone who wants a low-impact, adaptable, and effective workout.
It's really pushing the boundaries of what's possible in aquatic fitness.
Wow.
And what's even more impressive is that the research says IsoTone is incredibly safe and easy to use.
Okay, now I have to ask, are there any downsides to this technology? It almost seems too good to be true.
That's a great question.
Sure.
And to be honest, the research didn't really find any major red flags.
Okay.
The main limitation, like you might guess, is that you need a pool.
Right, you can't use it in the bathtub.
Exactly. But in terms of the device itself, it's made to be portable, durable, and easy to use.
Okay.
The resistance adjusts itself, so no need to worry about settings or weights. It's like having a personal trainer in the water with you.
So it's a personalized workout without the intimidation factor of a gym or the risk of hurting yourself lifting weights.
You got it. And that's what makes it so appealing to so many different people.
Right.
Whether you're an athlete, someone recovering from injury, an older adult who wants to stay active, IsoTone offers a solution.
Wow, they've really thought of everything. I'm so curious to see how this technology evolves and what impact it has on the fitness world.
Me too. It has the potential to change things up and make aquatic exercise a mainstream fitness option.
Yeah.
But beyond that, I think IsoTone speaks to something bigger.
What do you mean?
I think it's a shift in how we think about exercise and technology.
Oh.
It's not about these big machines or complicated gadgets. It's about using simple, elegant solutions that work with our bodies and nature.
I love that perspective. It's like we're using the power of water itself to make ourselves stronger.
Exactly.
It gives a new meaning to going with the flow.
Haha.
I like that. And it points to this trend we're seeing in fitness, this movement towards a more holistic and integrated approach to exercise.
Yeah.
It's not about pushing yourself to the max or achieving a certain look.
Right.
It's about finding ways to move your body that feel good, that you can keep up, and that connect you to something bigger than yourself.
That's a beautiful way to put it. It's not about conquering our bodies. It's about working with them.
Exactly.
And IsoTone seems to represent that idea perfectly. It's this gentle but powerful reminder that movement can be challenging, but also joyful.
You got it.
Well said. Okay, we've covered a lot here, from the science to the potential applications.
We have.
But I'd love to hear your final thoughts on IsoTone. What really stood out to you as you looked into this research?
You know what really struck me is how IsoTone represents this idea of accessible empowerment. It's about making the benefits of water exercise available to more people.
Yeah.
Regardless of their age, ability, or fitness level, it's about giving people the tools they need to take control of their health.
In a way that feels safe, effective, and enjoyable.
That's a powerful way to put it.
Yeah.
It makes me think that IsoTone is more than just a fitness device.
Yeah.
It's a symbol of innovation, inclusivity, and how technology can make our lives better.
I couldn't agree more. It's really exciting to see how it continues to shape the future of fitness.
So we've talked about the science behind IsoTone Aqua and its diverse applications and even its potential to reshape the fitness world.
Yeah.
But before we wrap up this deep dive, I want to kind of shift gears a bit and tap into your expertise on a slightly different level.
Yeah.
What's the most surprising or thought-provoking thing you personally took away from all this research?
For me, it was how elegant the solution is.
Yeah.
We tend to think of really advanced technology as being super complicated, but IsoTone uses this basic physics principle, hydraulics, in such a clever, intuitive way.
Yeah.
It's like, why didn't we think of this sooner?
It's so true. Sometimes the most brilliant innovations are the ones that just seem obvious in retrospect.
Yeah.
But it takes a certain ingenuity to see those connections and make it happen.
Absolutely. And you know what else is fascinating?
What's that?
IsoTone uses biomimicry. It mimics how fluids interact in nature.
Okay.
So they've created this device that works perfectly with the human body and water.
Oh, wow.
It's such a great example of how we can use nature to solve problems and improve our lives.
I love that connection. It's like we're using the power of water itself to become stronger.
Right.
It brings a whole new meaning to going with the flow.
Exactly. And it speaks to this bigger trend we're seeing where fitness is becoming more holistic,
Yeah.
more about integrated approaches to exercise. It's not just about pushing yourself to your limits or getting a certain look. It's about finding ways to move your body that feel good, that you can keep doing, and that connect you to something bigger than yourself.
It's a beautiful way to put it.
Yeah.
It's not about conquering our bodies.
Right.
It's about working with them.
Exactly.
And IsoTone seems to really get that. It's like this reminder that movement can be tough, but also enjoyable.
You got it. And that's such an important thing for our listeners to remember.
Absolutely.
IsoTone Aqua isn't just some fancy gadget. It's an opportunity to explore a new way of thinking about our bodies and the world around us.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into IsoTone Aqua, I want to leave our listener with a final thought.
Okay.
Imagine you could create your ideal aquatic workout. What would it be like with IsoTone? What moves would you try? What goals would you set? And most importantly, how would you make it your own?
That's a great question. It's like an invitation to get creative and trust your gut.
Yeah.
Let IsoTone guide you as you explore movement in water. Who knows? You might find a whole new side to your fitness journey.
I love that. And for those who want to learn more about IsoTone Aqua, make sure to visit their website, isotone.net.
Yeah.
You'll find all the info about the technology exercise demos and even stories from people who have changed their lives through aquatic fitness.
It's really inspiring.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for joining us on the Deep Dive.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep moving. The water's waiting.